Good morning. If this is your first time tuning in, I am Kyle.
And I'm Michelle, and we are the Wandering Shores.
So today's adventure, we've decided to go out geocaching here in south central eastern Ohio. And we are stopping at our first stop. There is a potential, I say, for 6 geocaches today, all within a very close range. So we decided we're going to take you with us today. We are at Oakwood Cemetery, and this is an old cemetery, back off some beaten path roads. I will kind of get a sense once we get up here and see how old some of these gravestones are. But we're looking for a geocache, and we're gonna do some searching, and we'll be back with you if we find it, or honestly if we don't. Well, after traipsing around in these woods behind us for probably about 15-20 minutes, I think we're going to call this Did Not Find. Part of the issue out here in this more remote area is that you don't have any internet connection, and while you get a GPS point, if there's any hints or anything that you haven't looked at before you came, you're in a world of trouble. So we're gonna go back. We might get a little reception in the car. We're gonna go try that and see if there's any hints. But if not, we're on to the next one. You know, this kind of stuff happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. All right, we made it to our second geocaching location today, and yes, we're at another cemetery. As you can see here, we're at Lytlesburg Cemetery. It's also known as Old Hickory Cemetery. It's got quite a tradition. We might have an opportunity to tell you about it sometime. We are heading over to see if we can find anything. Obviously, as you know, with the last geocache spot, we didn't do so well. So we'll keep you posted. Well, we found it. It actually didn't take too long using the GPS. It's a pretty obvious hiding spot on this one. We didn't have to go scrounging through the woods and thickets, etc. So I'll give you a quick turn around and see. Michelle's gonna go grab that. You can see it down there. Well, maybe you can't. You can see down there, it's a camo covered container, pretty large size. So that's a good easy one to find, and will take a lot of different geocaches. Michelle's shaking it off. As you may have joined us previously, one of the times she lifted up a large rock that it was hidden under, and there was a pretty large spider. So here we go. We'll see what Michelle finds in there. Everything's in a Ziploc bag. That makes it very convenient. There's some little glass beads, a playing card, a button, a cork. There's a pen and a piece of paper for signing the log. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, we are going to pick something out of the little goodie bag here. We are going to leave something. We're not going to tell you which one. And we are off to our third attempt today.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we are at stop number 3. You can see the truck in the background. We are just actually on the side of the road. This one said it was considered micro, which means fairly small. But after about 3 or 4 minutes of sleuthing,
He beat me to it.
I found it. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that little dinosaur beyond the other trash that's here. There's a little dinosaur sitting behind this log post right here, and when you flip it over, his belly is sliced open with some goodies. Maybe just a log, but we'll sign this. And so we're 2 for 3. We finally got internet, so we may go back to the first one now that we've got another clue and see if we can find that one. But there's a couple more down this road, and we'll take you with us. Thanks. Well, welcome to Kyle and Michelle's tour of cemeteries around central southeastern Ohio. We are at our third cemetery, and we were able to find this one. This one is one of the micros that you just signed, so there's no leaving trinkets or anything, and I'll show you where we found it. Here in the middle of the cemetery, there's this big pine tree. And right down at the base of the pine tree.
Yep. It's all rolled up in there.
All right. We'll sign the log, and then there's actually another one here in the cemetery. So we will walk down and see if we can find that one. Thanks. The Wandering Shores are 4 for 5 today. This one wasn't hard to find, but it gives you an idea of how small they can be. We haven't opened it yet, but I did find it. As you can see, we're at the same church, just on the other end of the cemetery. And right here on the back of this sign, outlining the laws and rules about the cemetery, you will see a little black canister that's magnetized. I don't know if you can zoom in on that or not, but that is a geocache. We're going to open it up. Hopefully there's a little paper in there we can sign, and we're 4 for 5. Now we're going to try to probably head back before the rain comes and see if we can find that first one. Thanks for joining us. We found it. Decided to look for one more in the area. It wasn't too far away, probably about 1.5 miles from the last one that you guys saw with the church. This one it gave clues to bring water with you, and I figured that you'd have to pour it in something to float it out, but I found a way to get it out without having to do that. So we'll see what's in it. Michelle, you want to run the camera today? All right. Oh, okay, it's just, traditionally, there's a stamp in here. Republic of Argentina stamp, that's interesting. Along with a smiley face, Team Ham, and the log. So I will sign the log, and we might put one of our little gadgets in here. All right, take care. The Shores are back at Oak Grove Cemetery, and lo and behold, it was right where we had looked. Right down there in that stump, I don't know if you can see it, I'll take you down inside. Right in there was this little hockey puck size cache. So we just didn't look hard enough the last time. So,
and it was helpful getting the hint.
Yeah, we looked back at some of the previous activities, and one of the guys had commented, "I'm stumped," but found out that he had found it, so it gave us a little bit more of a narrow focus. So
yeah,
thanks for joining us. I think we were officially 6 for 6 today, right?
I think so, yeah.
6 for 6 on the Wandering Shores geocache. All right, join us for our next video.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.